In this video, we are going to be looking at adjustments, and adjustment is very important inside of Photoshop. And like I said in our previous course, there are two ways you can add adjustment to a particular layer. The first one is by using an adjustment layer, and the second one is by going to the image file and clicking on adjustment. You have a list of adjustment there. Now we are going to cover the basic adjustments that are here, and I'm not just going to use this. I'm going to use the adjustment layer so that we can delete and try another layer when we are through with a previous one. So to create an adjustment layer, just quickly go to on the layers panel. You see adjustment layer. I'm going to start with levels. Now levels helps you to set the brightness or the contrast of an image. Okay, it's a kind of exposes or changes, try to match the mid-tones and the hue of a particular image. Okay, so you have the slider here. So as you slide with care until you attain a particular result that you want. Okay, so that is what the level does, and let's undo that and try another adjustment layer. And next we are going to look at the curves. Now the curves works in the same way like the levels, just that the curves have a graph which you can tweak it to something, even something stupid. If you want, you can decide to change it to a negative if you want to, using the curve. But use this sensitively, otherwise I'll advise you to use the levels, because if you play with this anyhow, then you're going to get something very, very stupid. Okay, so I'm just going to undo this as well. Now let's look at the exposure. Now the exposure tends to expose a dark image, tends to brighten it up a little, and by setting a particular offset you get a very nice effect. And it tries to correct the gamma correction right here. Okay, now changing this very well tries to give you something outstanding, and you can decide to use eyedropper to select a particular color that you want to your exposure to use as, you know, the exposure color or exposure exposure color. So in this particular case I clicked on white. Is that white? And you see we have something very stupid. When I click on a different color, I think we'll begin to get something nice. Okay, so but if you're not a fan of the eyedropper tool, I'll advise you not to think about using it at all. Just use your slider until you get what you want. Okay, so that is how the exposure tool works. And the next tool I want us to look at is called the vibrance tool. We're going to look at the vibrance tool, the hue and saturation, and the black and white tool. Okay, those are the three tools we're going to look at next. And the black and white tool just changes the image to black and white, and with your sliders here you can decide to add more green, more yellow, more blue, cyans, and reds to your black and white. Okay, and you can decide to tint it to make it look like you know, an olden days kind of image. Okay, so you can decide to play with that the way you want. So let's kind of tweak it. You discover that we are adding more yellow, now we are adding more greens, and this is more blue.